welcome back to the show. Valentine from the Valentine Show here today, guys. Saturday, as always, we're here. Thank God, guys. I've been getting some comments that the video should be a little shorter. I actually do agree. Um, I want to try to condense these videos down, to maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm thinking about maybe doing maybe more uploads, uh, shorter uploads. That way the videos are a little bit more condensed and maybe they just deal with one topic or two. But I would like to know what you guys think about it, so please leave it in the comments. But let's get into it right away. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go to the show of this week. We have this guy here by the name of D. Ray or the Ray McPherson from Baltimore, Maryland, born in 1985, 32 years old, and part of the infamous, in my opinion, racist group Black Lives Matter. This is the guy right here. Notice the blue vest that Mr. DeRay or Mackenzie is wearing. He tweeted something incredible this week. We go here again. This is Mr. DeRay. Look what he's wearing, a blue vest. I guess that's his trademark or whatever he wants to call it. Here we go. This is what he tweeted. DeRay McPherson, given the history of rendering black people as apes, I am offended and appalled by the lack of consciousness in Hollywood. Hashtag Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. This is the cover of the Planet of the Apes. We see these are the humans here, the apes back here. And we have this little ape right here wearing a blue vest just like Mr. McPherson wears. He goes through the trouble, or he believes in his mind that Hollywood, that this movie, a multi-million-dollar investment, is gonna go as so far as to portray this one no-name person who I have no idea who it is. I have no idea who this guy was until the story broke. To portray this guy as an ape. Look at the little action figure called Bad Ape. To portray this guy as an ape in a movie, to throw their huge investment down the drain just to portray this no-name person as an ape, that's thinking a little bit too much of yourself, Mr. DeRay. And then we get before we get to the instigator, we have another tweet. Look what he's replying. In associating black people with apes, active, that sounds serious, active work is being done to perpetuate the dehumanization of black people in mass media. Hashtag Planet of the Apes. Why are you dehumanizing black people? I think he is comparing himself to apes. This is the same mistake that they were doing when Harambe was killed, saying Harambe, he was 17, black and unarmed. Comparing yourself to apes, man. That the only one comparing yourself to apes is yourself, Mr. DeRay. And here we go. We have the instigator by the name of Tariq Nasheed. Does this new Planet of the Apes poster have radical coded messages? Notice the Black Lives Matter symbolism. Notice the ape with the blue vest. The ape with the blue vest. If you have no idea who Tariq is, I'm going to just show you what he does. And you tell me what type of person this is. He has written a couple books. Check them out. The Mac Within. The Holy Book for Game. Look at it. Him with a pimp cup, grabbing it seems like the butt of a female. Look at the title of this one. This is a gem. The Art of Gold Digging. Yeah. The Art of Macking. This one's nice. Look, play or be played. What every female should know about men dating, right? So we should also take the advice of Mr. Tariq Nasheed, the instigator, right? And look, people are buying into this stupidness. Look, wow, so wrong. Tweets Senny Jardine, whoever that is. Some people are claiming, like this guy by the name of Robbie Starbuck. He's I did a little research on him. Says he's a producer, director. They're saying that it might be a throwback to the early 1968 movie. Look, you're outraged because they're recreating the look of the original ape in 1968. You don't own wearing a blue vest, man. Grow up. And it's true, man. He has to reevaluate what he's thinking about. Thinking that they got a multi-million-dollar movie is gonna throw the money down the line portraying black people as apes. Seriously, man? Come on. All right, here we go. The story of the century, Russiagate. We go back. As you guys know, Donald Trump Jr. was being now investigated, I guess, or well, not investigated, but he released a chain of emails. Unlike Hillary Clinton, he releases emails of an encounter he had with a so-called Russian lawyer. There was a this guy right here that we see here by the name of Rob Goldstone is a music producer in England. He said he knew a Russian lawyer who had official Russian intelligence documents which were going to inflict some severe damage on Hillary Clinton during the last election cycle. He told this to Donald Trump Jr. and Donald Trump said he would accept a meeting. But I put myself in the foot on the shoes of Donald Trump Jr. If somebody's offering some damaging material against a person who your father is running against, who they're running a vicious election, would you take the meeting? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, Valentine, who's just a nobody, I would take the meeting. I probably would take that meeting because it's something that if it's that serious, why would I allow somebody who has something that bad to be president? And as a free citizen of the great United States of America, I am allowed to sit down and go to whatever country I wish to and desire to do. So I would have taken that meeting, and this is what the meeting was about. This guy tells Donald Trump that, again, the documents are super highly classified, coming direct from Russia. When they meet up with this Russian lawyer, this is the Russian lawyer right here, Natalia Veselnitskaya. I think that's the correct pronunciation. They meet up and they vaguely talk about some documents and about Hillary, and what happens is, Donald Trump Jr. does not get nothing out of it, and the real agenda of the meeting comes out. The real agenda of the meeting was that this lady right here, this Russian attorney, wanted to talk about it's called an act in Russia called the Magnitsky Act, which barred Americans from adopting Russian children. So that's what she wanted to pitch to Donald Trump. This happens in a lot in well, one a person that worked for a software company was saying that this happens when in the field where some people, like if you're a person of power, they pitch you something that they want to talk to you about just to get the meeting, something important. And when you show up to the meeting, it's something a different. The real agenda of the meeting comes out, something different. Especially if you have power like Donald Trump Jr. has with his father. This person wanted to set up this meeting, so Donald Trump could get pitched the story of the Russian adoption. Nothing came out of the story, and again, we have as Donald Trump called himself, the witch hunt of Donald Trump. And this attorney said that she was working for the Democratic Party, that she has been working for the Democratic Party before. The Democratic Party, a party who has been shown to have more relationships with Russia than Donald Trump. Incredible. Next story. This one's really important for you guys who use the net, the web. This is the battle for the net. As you guys know, there's a battle for net neutrality. What is net neutrality? Net neutrality is that you have ISPs or internet service providers such as Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T. They are the ones who provide internet, but they are not able to throttle or slow or recommend things to you as with their interest behind it. They're just supposed to provide the internet, and you decide what you want and who you go to and where you go to. That is in place now. If net neutrality goes away, what these companies will be allowed to do is they're going to be able to throttle or control the content that you see. For example, if I want to go to YouTube, right, and I am a Comcast user, and Comcast comes out with their own streaming or upload service. Let's call it XYZ. Now they're going to make YouTube slower to get to, and they're gonna make XYZ as soon as even before I press enter, it's gonna go to their site ASAP. So they're going to be able to control what you see and what you do, and the ones who are going to be able to play in the net because they have deep pockets are the big companies. Little people like you, me, and the little businesses are not going to be able to compete because they don't have the pockets to do that. If net neutrality it's taken down, this is what's going to happen. We have this website here called Battle for the Net, which I have done myself. You could go, you could write your name, email address, zip code, and a letter will be mailed out to the FCC to say that you don't want this net neutrality to go away, that you want to keep it. Very important for the net to be neutral without nobody controlling the content that you see on the web. Please go to the site because it's very important. Next story. This is a story for evangelicals, for Christians like me. Very important and very good. We have a story here, as we see here. Let me let it play a little bit. You see that? The story of faith in the Oval Office on Monday. Donald Trump being prayed for in the White House. This is very good to Christians. And I ask, and can somebody please put it in the comments down below? When was the last time that you saw Obama do this? This is for the Christians out there who voted for Obama or who vote Democrat. When did you see a Obama getting prayed for? When did you see Hillary Clinton getting prayed for? And this is not the first time that he does it. He has done this various times. Look at him right here. Look at him here. Look at him somewhere down here. Look at him right here holding a Bible. So this is not the first time. And I know it's gonna come out. People say, yeah, but he's not Christian. Yeah, okay. But when have you seen Obama doing that? You know, I've seen Obama bashing Christianity, but not being prayed for as a man that, you know, that needs the guidance of God to lead this country. And to you, I'll say, if you're so holy, if you're so good, throw the first stone. Throw the first stone. If you are so holy, throw it. The Bible says, 1 Peter 2:7, honor all people, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. You're supposed to honor the king. Why would you want to dishonor the king? He's the one that's leading this country. Why would you want him to fail if you live in this country? You hate this country? Why would you want that? 1 Timothy 2:1-3, it says, therefore I exhort first of all that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings or presidents nowadays, and all who are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and reverence. That's it, that we may live in peace. Who doesn't want peace? Who wants stupid protests, burning cop cars up, and protests against cops getting killed left and right, because the media is portraying people in a negative manner, portraying police officers and authority in a negative manner. A man who has been in office 7 months, and the world is going to end. And verse 3 says, for this is good and acceptable in the sight of our God, our Savior. This is great. I am very happy Donald Trump. I'm not saying that he's Christian. I cannot say he's Christian. He, he has, he says some things that I definitely don't agree with, but he has all the right to say them. He shows that he's looking for God, and it is great. This country, whether you like it or not, the reason you are able to say what you say, the reason you're able to do what you do, the reason you have people like Muslim activist Linda Sarsour being able to do jihad on President Trump is because this country is founded on Christianity. No other religion. Christianity, which is for tolerance. Tolerance. That's the only reason we are able to do that. So we're supposed to pray for our leaders, guys.
Guys, as always, thank you again for being with me one more week. I'm like always interested to know what you think, so please leave your comments down below. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, is there an unlike? Well, unlike it or leave a comment. Guys, God bless. Remember, Monday's coming around. Enjoy your weekends, and remember always, God, family, country. God bless, and this guy is out.